Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today we've got something a little bit different, but don't worry, the third episode of the Tyrannon Only Ultimate Iron Man should be out sometime tomorrow. But for now, we'll call this video a bit of a two-parter episode, and make sure to stick around to the end of the video. I've got a few juicy announcements to make. So, I'm going to start this video off with a massive thank you. Last night we just broke 1,000 subscribers, and that is truly mind-blowing. I never expected the series to take off like this, and I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all of your support and encouragement. The idea of creating content and building a fan base has been my dream for as long as I can remember, and now, within the space of just over a week, you've all given me that chance. It's unbelievable, and thank you so much. This is only the beginning for me, and for all of us. The Tyrannon Only Ultimate Iron Man series will continue to be a staple of this channel, and I have every intention of grinding it out and playing as much as I possibly can to deliver the content to you guys. I found the account to be so refreshing, and I have an insane amount of determination to make it the best it can be. Once the account starts to push into the later stages of the game, I wouldn't mind starting a side series, whether that be progress videos on my main Ultimate Iron Man, or a completely different series and an original idea. But I'm easy either way. If you guys would be interested in something like that, please let me know, and throw some ideas in the comments down below, or shoot me some messages on Twitter. I won't be starting work on anything else for quite a while to come, but it's always best to start planning early. But definitely, for now, we're focusing purely on the Tyrannon Only Ultimate Iron Man, and producing that content for all of you. So, for the second part of this video, I thought I would give you guys some extra information and some goals I'm trying to achieve on the Tyrannon Only Ultimate. Over the last two videos, I've had quite a few people ask me what my end game goals are, what stats I plan on training, what kind of gear I plan on getting, and just general questions about the account. So, I've just grabbed some comments from the last few videos and some questions that I've seen. If you have anything that you do want me to answer in a future video, please just drop it in the comments below or hit me up on Twitter. Anyway, I'm happy to answer anything you guys have for me. So we'll kick it off with a question from Ultimate Iron Man Verf himself. He's wondering if I plan to use experienced lamps and books to level up Hunter so I can catch bare-handed imps within Tyrannon. Yeah, this is my goal. Originally I was going to lamp fishing up to level 20, but after a discussion with Verf and a few other guys in that comment section, it's probably best just to use the Evil Bob fishing event to just level up my fishing, and then use all the lamps I can on Hunter. It'll be quite a while before I make any serious progress into the skill and actually catch anything that's useful for me. But Earth Implings actually have unicorn horns, which I can use as anti-poisons to help with venom against, say, Zulrah, and mithril pickaxes, which will be the best pickaxe I can get until Prifddinas. Also, the Eclectic Implings drop red D'hide vamps and blue D'hide chaps, which are the best in slot range items I think I'm able to get in Tyrannon. As far as I'm aware, Tyrus guards are the only things that drop anything similar, and they drop green D'hide. So anything higher than that would be fantastic. After that, any Impling loot is massive, and I don't even want to think about the amount of time it'll take to level it up and lamp it to that point, but those Implings, ninjas, magpies, and dragons all talk for themselves. The next question is from Isaac. He just wants to know if I'm going to allow the account to access West Arty, as it does actually unlock a store with food, range gear, and it unlocks an anvil, which is massive for the account. My original plan wasn't to allow the account access to West Arty, as I didn't believe it would be necessary. I did ask Mod Ash on Twitter the other day if it would be possible to get an anvil in the Underground Pass. He said probably not, seeing as the Prifddinas update will bring one to Tyrannon. So I'm still tossing it up at the moment, and if I do decide to do anything with it, I'll definitely poll it, I'll ask all of you guys, and I'll probably lock it behind something like completing Morning's End Part 2. But for now, it's not really necessary. The anvil would be the biggest thing, and for now we can work around it. There's a question here from Ronnie on the first video. He was asking me if I feel honoured that Slayer Music 1 is a supporter. Yes, I'm hugely honoured that he's a supporter, along with Ultimate Iron Man Verf and Settled, both notably enjoying the series and letting me know about it. It's massive, and I can't put it into words how great it feels. Now I've got two questions here, one from Lagom and one from Weiss. I'll probably combine them both into one. So the short-term goals for the account at the moment are completing Regicide and Roving Elves. Both of those two quests aren't too hard to complete, but require a little bit of combat stats and a few skilling requirements. So that should be getting completed relatively soon. We'll actually talk a bit about it at the end of the video. From there on out, we will eventually complete Morning's End Part 1, Morning's End Part 2, and just level up the account. I'll jump from skill to skill. You've got trees like yew trees, magic trees, so I can train my wood cutting. I'll get my cooking up, and then once I hit that fishing goal, I'll just keep fishing and eventually try and figure out some way to get a harpoon, maybe, to get onto sharks. Ultimately, Zulrah, like I said, is the end goal, and getting the stats I'll need for the Song of the Elves. Unfortunately, those stats haven't been released yet, so I can't really plan too far ahead. As far as Dream Gear goes, it's hard to say. I know the Elven update is meant to bring a new variety of gear along with a new boss which could have some cool new gear drops as well. But for now, the Dream Gear is as follows. A Serp Helm is the obvious choice for the head slot, and it'll be a huge unlock. An Amulet of Fury is what I'm aiming for the next slot. Granted, I can get an Amulet mold. Maybe one day I could use the Player on House and Prifddinas to obtain a mold. This was suggested by Kurenda, but it's something we'll discuss at a later date. A variety of different D-hides for my body, combined with Mystic Boots and a Mourner's Cape on my back. A Ring of Wealth is probably the best ring I can obtain, but same thing, I'll need a ring mold for that. But the biggest obstacle for the Dream Gear list is weaponry. It was recently brought to my attention that in order to fletch darts, I have to have completed Tourist Trap. If we choose to not make that exception for the account, then the blowpipe will not be viable. My next best option will then be an Addy crossbow with ruby bolts and a crystal shield. But if we choose not to allow the account into West Ardy, then that's also not viable until the Prifddinas update, in which case a magic shortbow with rune arrows or a crystal bow will be the next best thing. But as I mentioned earlier, the Prifddinas update will introduce a multitude of content for this account, and it's too soon to make any predictions or base my account around it. So for now, this is looking like it'll be the best we can do. It may not seem like much, but in order to obtain all of this gear, it will be a monumental grind. Now for the final two questions. This one here from Bright asking if these are some of the first videos I've ever made. I've actually been on and off making videos on YouTube for 5-6 years now. I've actually got a few on this channel, and I've had, other channels before. I did private all of the ones on this channel just because they weren't relevant, and I don't think they're anywhere near as good as what I've been creating now. But if you guys ever did want to see them, I guess I can unprivate them and release them for you all, but trust me, they're not worth it. And this other question here by Christopher asking if I ever considered streaming. I've actually been streaming for about a year now. It was on and off for a long time, and I haven't actually been properly streaming for the last few months. But this leads me on to my announcements. So, this week, Wednesday, 8 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time, I will be streaming. Go hit me up with a follow on Twitch. I'll actually be streaming Roving Elves and Regicide as I'm planning to complete them this week on the account. I want to make sure it's live so you guys can see that I'm not breaking any rules and that you can trust me, and it's also a chance for us to all have a chat together. It'll be live, you can see the account, you can talk to me. It'll be a nice time all around. So come on by, check it out, and if you choose not to jump on the stream or you don't get a chance to watch it, that's no problem. That progress will be in episode 4 of the Tyrannon Only Ultimate. My second announcement is that I'm doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 2 old school RuneScape bonds. Honestly, you guys deserve it. This 1k subs is massive, it keeps growing, and I just can't thank you all for the support. So comment down below with your in-game name and whatever else you want to say. In about a week's time, I'll be doing the giveaway, and from there I'll either message you on Twitter, I'll get you to message me, I'll announce the winners, and we'll sort it out. So that wraps it up for this video. Honestly guys, I can't thank you enough for the love and the support over the last week or so, and with the last few videos. You guys are just amazing, and I just really had to say thank you and answer a few questions for you guys about the account. So it means the world to me. I'm so happy my year has been made, and we're just going to keep going strong. We're going to keep growing, and it's just going to keep getting better. So thank you all so much, and I promise the next video will be up very soon. Keep an eye out for it tomorrow, and that's all from me for now. See you later.